outage. We have a big old ice storm that came in. We are currently stranded on the top of our hill, and we have downed trees all over. We literally are so bundled up. We are in the house right now, and you can see my breath. That's how cold it is in here. So we are literally in survival mode. It feels like the freaking apocalypse at this point, but we are hanging in there, and I will let you know what we're doing. Hot drinks are seriously my best friend. This is what we're currently charging our phones with, which is working nicely. It is a battery charger or jump starter, and we can use it as a phone charger as well. So it's working, but it is getting low. So soon we'll probably be charging with our car.
We did 50 jumping jacks. Ready? This isn't like that hard for me because I'm a cheerleader and I do this all the time.
You're jumping?
Yeah.
We are currently eating hot top ramen with lots of juice in it. I did add a little bit of cheese in here, though you can't really tell. But I normally do not eat top ramen, but this is for survival purposes only.
She sleeps so silently. Yeah, she's the cutest dog in the whole wide world. Oh yes, she will make you twerk
At the pop, pop, pop. At the pop, pop, pop. We have a cooler out here, keeping our refrigeration nice and cold because we ran out of power and our freezer don't work. It is literally solid ice. This is bark mulch or grass. Solid ice. We are literally got this huge tree fell. Jeez, I can't even talk right. But it fell on the neighbor's house, which is pretty extreme. You can't even really see because freaking tree is everywhere. It's right here, broke through our fence. It's pretty extreme, really. It's so slick out here. I'm actually really upset because we just got this fence built during the summertime. And this stupid tree, literally, it was this giant oak. Half of the whole thing, more than half, the whole oak, snapped off, busted through our fence, and is in our yard. And it's chaos. We can't let our dog, poor Pub, she can't even be in her yard. She can't even be in her yard. It's real upsetting. But yeah, and I feel bad for the neighbor's house. Like that's rough. But it's literally so cold out here that the branches just snap right off. It's like everything's so brittle. It's quite grim. And this is the whole neighborhood. I'm not even joking. The whole neighborhood is in this condition with everything falling apart. This is our front yard. This tree is literally slumped over and it's about to break. Whoa, I'm about to fall off the steps. It's about to break. It's touching the ground. We won't even walk under it because it could snap and hurt somebody. Here is our house. We have trees fallen. This house has a tree laying on top of it, unfortunately, as does our neighbor's house. This tree literally demolished. Look at that. Trees laying all over houses. Just disaster zone. We have our ground is literally solid ice, like a skating rink out here. Cars are frozen solid shut. Oh wow, here's a good image of the tree. Wow, that fell over into their house. I just haven't seen that yet. But right here we have trees laying. It is definitely Arctic disaster out here. We're not used to this here in Oregon. My part of Oregon at least. And there's been power lines down all over the streets. Whole neighborhood doesn't have power. This is day 3. I probably already told you that though, but it is seriously a wreck out here. I'm actually just now kind of getting a good idea of what I'm looking at. Look at that, branches broken onto their sheds. Do some zoom ins so people can see. Trees laying on houses. This tree laying on my neighbor's house. Really, I mean, this was like a 100-year-old oak tree. Fell literally on the neighbor's house. Really unfortunate. It's like halfway through day 3 and it is like painfully cold and it's making me feel like ill and my nose isn't all stuffed up, but it definitely is like super rough being freezing all the time. Open it. So this is what we're eating tonight, me and my daughter. This one's mine. We cooked the chicken on the barbecuer, and we cooked the macaroni and cheese on the camp stove. Luckily, we have some propane, but we are running out fairly quickly. This is a blessing. Going all day without very much hot food other than my soup this morning. I'm just so ready to have this hot meal and eat this. And also, I normally don't eat this macaroni and cheese because I don't really eat processed food very often. But when we are in an ice storm, fighting for our survival at this point, we are gonna eat whatever we can. So this chicken is so exciting. This is my bathroom right now. It has a walk-in closet, but it's a small space, and we have all these candles lit right now to keep us warm and try to heat our bathroom up so that we can be kind of warm and hang out in this warmer space until we go to bed and get in the blankets. But right now, the candlelight is keeping us warm-ish. I'm sitting here in my candlelight bathroom, and I was wrapped up in blankets, but I think I might literally be slowly freezing to death. It is so cold. I shit you not, the water sitting on my table here is colder than the water sitting in my fridge. So at this point, the fridge is warmer than my everything else. I am in a freezer. It is definitely rough. I am praying my power gets turned back on. I'm over it. I feel sick. It's making me feel ill. But I'm just going to keep huddling up and just survive. So it's 8 a.m. Day 4, no power. I'm sitting in my car with my car on, charging my phone, drinking this coffee that I have. I have a quarter tank of gas, so I'm not going to be able to charge on my car very much longer, but it's working for now. How are you doing, Delilah? How are you? Delilah's over here. Tell me. Check in.
I pull up. So, first off, is we have no heat, so we need to warm up the car. The bad thing is that when we go out, it's gonna be freezing cold. And then we're gonna go ice skating soon with the hills. And my mom wanted to take a bed frame. The one right there.
We're not gonna do
it in bed frame.
We're not doing any bed frames.
Let's use it.
We're playing around.
And it's just cold. But it's day 4.
All right. So far, so
We
good.
just walked the electricity back.
We're still alive.
Stop recording me!
So we are eating Balto meal with some brown sugar and butter. This is our hot meal. We are starving, and this is so good. It's steaming so much. So satisfying to have it.
I'm not supposed to.
It's good. We got hot meal for breakfast if we're lucky, or hot meal for dinner if we're lucky. And that's it. That is it. And it's freezing. And there's moments of fun and moments of exhaustion. It's definitely rough. So I'm back to charging. I feel like I might be getting sick. My throat hurts. I can hardly talk. So if I don't walk very much, it's because I'm like getting sick now. I really don't feel good. But I'm hanging in there. It's getting rough. I have moments of rough, but we'll see how I do. And she's having a rough time too. She's sitting like this in the car.
No, I'm not. I'm not having a rough time. I'm doing a workout.
Oh, she's doing a workout. She's in better condition than me. So she says her cool face. I'm glad you're feeling well. All right. Till next time. All right. So it is dinner time, night 4. We have barbecued hamburger patties, and I cooked some instant mashed potatoes on our camping stove. This is our second hot meal of the day. We are quite fortunate to have a candlelight dinner. And we're also really excited to eat this food because we're starving and we need hotness in us. So we're going to enjoy this food. I normally don't eat instant potatoes, but they're actually not so bad. I put a lot of seasoning in them, and I also put some Parmesan in them. But, yep, dinner time. You don't like them?
I do.
Okay, we're all good. We're all good, guys. All right, I will keep you updated. They're okay. This is all we get. We are on survival mode here. We can't, no picky eaters allowed. The sky is getting really eerie. I'm literally hearing noises off in the distance. But our branches fell from this tree right here.
It's orange.
Right here.
Oh my god.
And our tree up here kind of hanging there. The worst case scenario is that tree would fall on our house, which I don't think will happen.
Show them where it would fall.
It would fall over here. There's literally trees falling over and the house is over there, unfortunately. But very eerie right now. Branches are falling. Just pray for good stuff to happen. It's morning 5. No heat, no power. My lips are literally cracked and bloody, which is really horrible. And I am so exhausted. I had flu-like symptoms last night. Very ill. It's really rough right now. The snow is melting. So hopefully we can drive out of here and at least go to the store. Go get more propane. But I got really sick. Fever, body aches. Yeah, I feel a little better today, but this is really, really, really rough. I'm trying to do a little better. After my rough night, everything is melting, ice falling, it's been raining, so that means that we're going to be able to drive out of here and go to the store, but hotels are full, and I guess there's a propane shortage, so we're just going to get some essential food and come back. Right now I'm sitting outside because it's actually warmer outside of my house than inside of my house. So I'm just trying to stay well. I took Tylenol and ibuprofen. But hopefully it'll be exciting when we can drive out of here and at least get in a warm car and drive and, you know, go to a store and just change of environment. Day 5 is it's just crazy. This is the longest power outage we've ever had. It's been freezing. There's moments of complete struggle and despair, and there's moments of a lot of fun and happiness. So it goes both ways. I'm very thankful that I'm sober and I'm able to show up for this experience, present and, you know, aware during these times, and, you know, try to make the best of it. That's it. But it's definitely not easy, and I am so ready to shower. Like, I'm so over it. So over it. But yeah, I'll let you know. So we're here in the car, and we made it to Fred Meyer's. We hear that Fred Meyer's still has propane left, so that's good news. We're waiting in the car with the dog, but it feels so good to get out of the house, to be driving around the warm car. Truly exhausting, but my spirits are lifting. I'm just really blessed at this time. But my pup will be looking cuter than ever, and so does Delilah. But yeah, we made it out of the house, and we can finally stock up on some food and propane, and the temperature is rising, and that's great news. So things are starting to look up. If only our power would come back on.
They weren't in there yesterday. We were probably Albertson's got power.
So this is our setup right here. We are about to everyone sit down, and we're about to play Cards Against Humanity. Probably the inappropriate version, but it'll definitely be fun. Keep our spirits up. We have our candles. We got some energy drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Got some tea. Sun's ready. I'm about to make some hot chocolate. We're gonna all sit down and play some card games. So we're still on day 5 of the power outage and ice storm. We finally got a fire going, and we're burning some of this wet wood and cutting up some of these tree limbs and trying to stay warm that way. The newest news is that there were some electrical issues and some pipes that burst or something, and so the water has been shut off, and then the water that is left, they're recommending us to boil it. So we are starting to collect water. We have tubs full, buckets full. We bought drinking water. So we're just storing away water. We're filling buckets full of ice. We're doing whatever we can. So far, our cul-de-sac, 3 out of the 5 houses have evacuated. Me and my next door neighbor are hunkering down and toughing it out at this point and trying to last as long as we can. Right now, the hotels are full, and if there is any rooms, they're insanely expensive right now. And our family members, they're in the same predicament. They're without power. Most of our city is without power at this moment. So we're just trying to make the best of the situation. We got a nice fire, and that really helps the situation. But that's what's going on now. So my brother's power came back on. So luckily I was able to come here, and I got a hot shower, and I'm warmed up, and I'm gonna have some hot food, and I'm gonna sleep here tonight. And so I feel like I've been rescued. So I'm literally just, it's quite the experience. I don't even know, but I will enjoy this and probably be here a lot until shit gets situated. So looks like the end of my journey